everyone, my name is Heidi and today I'll be analysing how pricing and marketing influence consumer demand in the Australian fitness industry after COVID-19. This presentation uses a simulated 12-month dataset based on ABS 2021 survey trends to explore how gym membership prices and advertising spendings affect signups. I'll be applying two key economic frameworks, demand and supply, and price elasticity of demand, supported by Excel tools such as summary statistics, regression analysis, and pivot tables. Through this, I aim to show how data-driven insights can guide business decisions like pricing strategies and promotional planning in the post-pandemic fitness market. The Australian fitness industry experienced major disruption during and after the COVID-19 pandemic. Lockdowns, changing consumer confidence, and rising prices led to fluctuating gym memberships. As restrictions eased, fitness centers faced challenges understanding how price changes and promotions affected customer demand. This project analyzes post-COVID gym membership trends using economic frameworks of demand and supply and elasticity to explore how sensitive consumers are to membership pricing. Data was inspired by the Australian Bureau of Statistics Household Impacts of COVID-19 survey, January 2021, which reported that 86% of Australians took steps to manage their physical health and 47% exercised regularly during the pandemic. Using these findings as a base, a 12-month simulated dataset was constructed to represent a Sydney gym's performance in 2021. Data set includes membership price, new monthly sign-ups, advertising spend, calculated monthly revenue, and the summary statistics are average new sign-ups of 159 and standard deviation of 27.9 and the range being 90. This scatter plot shows a strong inverse relationship between price and new gym memberships. As the membership price rises, new signups decrease, consistent with the law of demand. The regression equation of y equal minus 4.15x plus 384.15 indicates that for every dollar increase in price, signups fall by roughly 4 members. The R-squared value of 0.98 suggests that price changes explain almost all variation in demand, highlighting that customers in the post-COVID period remain highly price sensitive. The line graph shows that monthly trend in the new gym memberships across 2021. Following the easing of COVID-19 restrictions, we can see a steady rise in signups from over 100 in January to around 200 by December. This demonstrates a gradual recovery in consumer demand for fitness services, aligning with ABS findings that 86% of Australians took steps to manage their physical health after the pandemic. Using regression and elasticity calculations, I estimated a price elasticity of demand of minus 1.3, meaning gym memberships are elastic. In other words, consumers are quite responsive to price changes. A 1% change in increase in price leads to about a 1.3% decrease in new memberships. This suggests that maintaining competitive pricing is essential for gyms to retain members and support steady demand recovery in the post-COVID market. For this section, I used 3 Excel tools to analyze my dataset: summary statistics, regression analysis, and a pivot table. The summary statistics help describe the data trend, showing an average of 159 new signups per month with a small standard deviation, meaning demand was fairly consistent. Next, the regression output quantified the relationship between price and gym signups. The results show a very strong inverse relationship with an R-squared of 0.98, meaning the price explains 90% of the variation in signups. The coefficient of minus 4.15 indicates that for every dollar increase in membership price, signups fall by about 4 members, confirming the law of demand. Lastly, I created a pivot table to summarize monthly revenue, which shows a steady growth trend consistent with rising signups after COVID-19 restrictions eased. To extend my analysis, I ran a multiple regression that included both price and advertising spend as predictors of gym signups. The model achieved a high R-squared value of 0.9, meaning these two variables explain almost all of the variation in demand. The price coefficient was negative and statistically significant, confirming the law of demand. As membership prices rise, signups fall. Meanwhile, the advertising coefficient was slightly positive but not significant, indicating that while promotions may encourage participation, their effect is relatively small. Overall, this model highlights how pricing and marketing strategies interact, showing that advertising can partly offset the impact of higher prices on consumer demand. Building on my regression findings, the analysis revealed a statistically significant inverse relationship between price and gym signups, confirming that the presence of price elasticity of demand. This indicates that the consumers are highly responsive to changes in membership pricing. While advertising expenditure was not statistically significant, it showed a small positive effect, suggesting that promotional activity may help offset the adverse impact of price increases on consumer demand. From a managerial perspective, these insights highlight the importance of adopting flexible pricing strategies, such as off-peak discounts, short-term memberships, or bundled offers to sustain participation levels. Furthermore, gyms should strategically increase marketing and promotional efforts when adjusting price upwards, as consistent advertising and community engagement can help maintain member retention and stabilize overall revenue. This project demonstrated that gym membership demand is highly price elastic, meaning consumers are very responsive to pricing changes. Advertising showed a small but positive effect, suggesting that marketing can help offset price driven declines in participation. Beyond the data itself, this task strengthened my ability to analyze business data using Excel, apply economic reasoning, and communicate findings in a clear and data driven way. These skills are directly transferable to roles in finance, analytics, and business consulting, where interpreting quantitative results to support strategic decisions is essential. Overall, this project enhanced both my technical and analytical confidence, preparing me to apply evidence based thinking in my future career. Thank you for listening.